Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable.
You've got the graphics at a high level, ESPN style, scoreboard angles, instant replay, anything you would expect to see on a regular broadcast, we're getting in a high school ball game.
Their setup, you wouldn't even know that they're even in the building. You just trust that they're getting the job done.
Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
for the players, especially the seniors who will be celebrated here tonight. Are in position and
minutes, and I'll get that fixed, and we'll come back, and we'll get ready to give you the starting lineups and have the basketball game. You're listening to live local coverage on WLAQ of Model Basketball. We'll be back. And we'll get ready to go inside of Woodard Tuggle Stadium, and we'll get you to the national anthem right now here on WLAQ and also the live stream. Here it is. Singing the national anthem, and it's just about go time. Only one thing left to do, and then we'll get this thing rolling inside of Woodard Gymnasium. Let's give you the starting lineups for both of our teams here tonight. We're going to start with the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Their head coach is Steve Luke, and we will start with number 2, Sky Myers, a senior in the starting lineup tonight. Number 10, Annalie Morris. She is a 5'6" senior. Number 15, Kyla Marcos, a junior. Number 30, Jacambria Alexander, a 5'6" junior. And then number 32, Emma Hindman. She is a senior. So there's your starting lineup for the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Again, coming into the game 16-7 and 6-5 in region play. On the other side, the home team tonight, the Model Lady Devils, in the starting lineup for the Lady Devils. You've got senior number 4, Julia Shinholster. Number 11, Briley Sims, also a senior. And then the third senior on the team, also in the starting lineup, number 14, Rachel Burkhalter, again a 5'6 senior. Number 24, Javia Samples, a 5'5 sophomore. And number 30, Sadie Broughton, a junior. And that rounds out your starting lineup for the Model Lady Devils. Their head coach is Sally Eccles, who had the opportunity last week, Ian, to celebrate a big milestone. And it's unbelievable math on this, but she just picked up her 400th victory as a coach, and that happened up at Gordon Central this past Friday. 400 wins.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's remarkable and worthy of a celebration, if I do say so myself.
And we'll see what kind of celebration that may take place a little bit later on in the evening. And, of course, I know we're going to have recognition of the seniors. We just mentioned Julia Shinholster, Briley Sims, and Rachel Burkhalter. But then on the boys' side, we'll talk more about this a little bit later. You got 2 seniors, Riley Chapman and Jeremiah Hurd. So 5 seniors being celebrated in terms of, being basketball players here tonight on senior night. And we're just about ready to go. You're going to have a couple of players in the circle. For Rockmart, you got number 32, Emma Hindman. For the Blue Devils, it is Javia Samples. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the ball game. We're going to have tip-off here in just a moment as soon as the official walks out and puts the ball in the air, and we're underway. The tip is going to go to the Model Lady Devils. They're going to open it up on offense. Sims has got it. Now gets it back to the top of the key to Julia Shinholster. She spins around, now fires it underneath, trying to get Rachel Burkhalter cutting towards the lane, but the pass got away from her, and that's a turnover.
Yeah, the backdoor cut was there, just a little overzealous on the pass, and a turnover to start the ball game.
Inbound pass from Rockmart. They'll bring it up the floor after the model turnover to start the game. Here come the Yellow Jackets. They send it left wing side. Open look on the way. That one rattles off the rim. Rebound goes to Rockmart. Here's a second shot. It won't go. And a jump ball ensues.
We'll stay with Rockmart. A good rebound there by Emma Hinman.
So Rockmart set to trigger it in. Addison Shelton will send it in motion. Actually, that was Kyla Marcos. The whistle.
And a jump ball there. Briley Sims forces the tie up, and this time it's going Model's direction.
Burkhalter into Shinholster, who's going to bring it up the floor. We've played 30 seconds of this game. Nobody has scored just yet. Across the timeline goes Shinholster, works left. Now she's going to drive right towards the lane, turns, fires it out. There's Burkhalter, gets it to the rim and gets fouled.
Great job there by Shinholster to keep that pivot foot planted.
Right towards the lane.
Find Burkhalter slashing to the basket. Model's trying to get to the rack here, not selling for the outside shot.
So far, that is definitely the case. Now we've got Rachel Burkhalter at the free throw line. First one's on the way, and that one's right through. A high arcing free throw shot that just went right through the net.
Matt, I think you need some of these mismatched shoes. You start rocking those, dude.
I'm thinking about it. Second shot goes through, but my son, who just turned 16, tells me that I can't wear Jordans because I'm 45. I'm like, dude, I saw Jordan play in person.
Right.
You weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Dad's an OG.
I don't know about that, but, Ball's loose, picked up by Javia Samples, fires it to Briley Sims, who's going to take on 2 players, splits them and scores. What a play.
Yeah, great body control there by the senior. She gets the bucket.
4-0 run to start the game for Model, and it ends now. That was a bucket there for Rockmart and Sky Myers. Shinholster to bring it up the floor. Now to Samples, gets it to Sims, ball's poked loose, but it comes back to the Blue Devils thanks to Shinholster getting her hands in there. She'll fire the 3, and it's through. What a shot.
3 seniors, all of them on the board.
Astute observation there, man. My goodness. Off to a great start. 7-2, Model leads. Rockmart with the ball. They dribble at the top of the key, try to work around a screen, and give and go. Shot is up and through. Annalie Morris.
Yeah, I thought she might get the and one there for a second. There was definitely some contact, but
Shinholster sends it to Rotten on the left wing side. Now back out to Burkhalter, right back to Rotten. She'll dribble up towards the top of the key, leaving it off for Javia Samples. Now on to Shinholster, who's standing in front of the Rockmart bench. Model, by the way, for listening on the radio, working right to left there on their side of the floor. And there's a long shot from Burkhalter. High arcing three is through. Whoa.
Is this senior night?
Yeah.
It feels like senior night.
My goodness, 5 points for Rachel Burkhalter. And it's been nothing net, both of her free throws and the three-point shot. Here's Rockmart on the other end. They send it out to left wing side. Long two on the way. That goes in and out. Now they'll drive. Ball is stripped by Briley Sims. It's been the senior show, as you pointed out. Now back to Shinholster. 10-4. Model leads it with 5:13 left to go here in the first quarter. Shinholster dribbles with the ball. Now she's going to drive towards the low block. Leaves it off the left wing side. Now back up top to Samples, who's going to split defenders. Kicks out to Rachel Burkhalter. No look for her. So she'll send it back out to Shinholster. Cuts towards the basket and collides with a Rockmart defender. And the whistle is blown.
Yeah, that was a left jab. Burkhalter took cutting to the basket. Model continues to be aggressive, slashing, cutting, and making the backdoor passes.
Him in charge with the foul on the floor. They bounce it into Sims. Turn, shoots, rattles off the rim. Rebound goes to Rockmart. Rockmart comes back the other way. Sky Myers with it. Tries to send it underneath. Picked off by Javia Samples. Burkhalter down to Shinholster. Across the timeline. Back to Burkhalter. Into the lane. Puts it up and gets fouled. She's going, nope. Offensive
they call
foul.
it the other way.
Sub coming into the game here for Rockmart. Zori Williams is going to check in for Jacambria Alexander. Rockmart trying to feed it in. Pressure coming here for Model. Rockmart having a hard time getting it in. Now they're trying to get it across the floor. They do. Dribble off towards the low block. Puts it up. Little runner is through. That was Annalee Morris.
Yeah, nice touch there from Morris.
Briley Sims gives it off to Samples. She'll send it to the right wing side to Julia Shinholster. Shinholster into, ooh, my goodness. Briley Sims got popped. Ball came loose. Rockmart had it. And a whistle's blown against the Blue Devils. That was an interesting sequence.
It was. I couldn't tell, Matt. I'd have to see that again, and maybe we will. It's going to be afterwards. But and Sims looked like she got all ball there as well.
Myers takes the inbound pass in the backcourt. Rockmart brings it from left to right, rather, into their front court. They bounce it down low. Shot is up, blocked by Sadie Rotten, and out of bounds.
A great job there by Rotten. Kept her feet planted, swatted the shot.
Kyla Marcos set to send it in motion here for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. They're going to go to the top of the key into Myers. Right now, Model leads it 10-6. They got a 4-point lead. Inside the lane goes Myers, and that's an offensive foul on the other end.
Yeah, Rotten did a good job not to get her with the body. And was it Burkhalter that took the charge? I think so.
We may get another look at that.
It was.
Yep. Shinholster going to bring it up the floor here for the Lady Devils. Sends it left wing side to Burkhalter. Now on to Briley Sims on that left wing. Back around to Shinholster. Shinholster surveys the floor, finds Sadie Rotten. And now she's going to give it into Sims, who's going to drive, puts it up off the glass, won't go. Rebound's going to be taken by Rockmart's Zori Williams, and she'll motor the other way. Williams now sets up the half-court offense for the Lady Jackets. Jackets trail by 4, Model on top. Now they're going to drive, kick out, no look there, so she'll drive, puts up a little runner. That one's off the side of the rim, and Burkhalter is there and gets the rebound. Burkhalter sends it left wing side to Shinholster, takes a hard look at the bucket, sends it back around to Sims, inside to Burkhalter. She's covered up. Goes back to Sims, now sends it to the corner to the right wing side to Burkhalter. Burkhalter driving, gives it to Samples. Samples has the ball poked loose. Here comes Sky Myers, who came out with it for Rockmart, and she gets fouled.
We'll have our first substitutions coming in here. Will be Eva Pointer and August Betts. Looks like Sims will get a well-deserved rest, and so will Sadie Rotten.
So Sky Myers set to send it in motion here for the Rockmart Jackets. Models up 10-6. Myers surveys the floor. He's going to find the open player. Opens up the three-point look. Shot on the way. That's short. Here's the putback. That one won't go. Samples is able to get the board. Samples across the midcourt stripe, gives it a pointer, wide open look. That one bounces high off the rim, won't fall, but Shinholster comes out with it, will back up, reset the offense here for the Lady Devils. 2:30 left to go, opening quarter. Model 10, Rockmart 6. Here's a long three-point attempt. That one's off the side of the rim. Betts is there to collect the rebound. Now back around to Samples, back to Betts, goes inside, kicks it out. Burkhalter tries again, this time it rattles in.
2 for 3 from behind the arc for Rachel Burkhalter, and Rockmart's going to burn a timeout.
Rachel Burkhalter with 8 points, leads all players. Model up 13-6 over Rockmart. 2:13 left first quarter, back in 30 seconds. We welcome you back in. Rockmart goes up the floor. There's Myers coast to coast, puts it up, misses the layup. Betts comes out with a rebound, gives it off to Samples. She's across the timeline, working pretty quick, sends it left wing side. Good job there by the defense, seeing number 4, Zori Williams, to leap up, get her hands in there and deflect that pass.
Yeah, getting in the passing lanes, making things difficult. Model 3 for 4 from behind the arc so far in this first quarter.
Burkhalter into Samples. She's at the top of the key, leaves it off for Burkhalter, lost it for a second. Good recovery there, sends it left wing side to Samples, who surveys the floor, finds Eva Pointer, kicks it out. There's Burkhalter. She'll start to drive, puts up the little runner, rattles around the rim and through.
10 first quarter points for Rachel Burkhalter, 2 at the line, 2 from behind the arc, and now the runner in the lane.
Unbelievable start to the game for her. 15-6 is your score. Model leads it by 9. 1:30 left to go first quarter. Sky Myers with the basketball on top of the M. She'll drive the lane, kicks it out, wide open look on the way, and that was an offensive foul.
August Betts takes the charge. She's come off the bench and already has an assist, a couple of rebounds, and she took that charge.
So we get ready for Rachel Burkhalter to inbound the ball here in just a moment. On the floor for Model, we've got Burkhalter. Shinholster has the ball. Javia Samples, Eva Pointer, and August Betts. Across the timeline goes Shinholster, sends it left wing side to Burkhalter. Now back over to Shinholster. Tries to bounce it underneath to Eva Pointer, but the pass is picked off. Good defense there by Rockmart. Ball's poked out of bounds, and it was by a Model player. So Rockmart gets ready to inbound the ball and bring it back the other way. Wrapping up the regular season tonight at home. Special night, and you can really feel the intensity early on and enthusiasm from the crowd. This is one of the best crowds we've seen here this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Burkhalter getting her first rest.
Well earned, no doubt about that. Driving the lane, leaves it off for another player. Rockmart with the basketball, long-range 3 on the way. That one rattles off the rim. Eva Pointer's there for the rebound, gives it to Samples. Shinholster fires left wing side, gets it over to Rotten, back up to Shinholster. Gets it, tries to get it to a cutting Samples, but it's picked off by Rockmart. They go the other way, stolen back on the other end. Shinholster brings it up the floor and drives. What a move towards the bucket, and she's going to the free throw line.
Took a shot to the face. You can see her holding her right cheek and ear. Took a shot. Whoa, man, the replay certainly showed it too.
You're going to get another look at that here in just a moment. She sure did. Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. Looked worse the second and third times. First shot's on the way, and that one rattles off the rim. We'll get ready for her second free throw.
And she's still kind of pulling at that right ear.
Anaya Prater checks into the game here for Rockmart. One more free throw coming up for Shinholster of the pair, and that one's going to be right through. And so Rockmart will bring it up the floor. Bringing it down is going to be Annalie Morris. Morris across the M at midcourt. Drives off to the right wing side. Stutter steps. Now drives towards the baseline. She's going all the way in, and the ball's going to be blocked. Here comes Model coming back the other way with it. Wow. Now on to Shinholster. Shinholster feeds it to the left wing side to Rotten. Now into August Betts. Betts is going to fire it back out to Sample. So he's going to drive into the lane, puts it up, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and makes the follow-up.
That's it for the first quarter.
All right, folks, Model leads it after one. 18-6 is your score. And we're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back. Well, Model outscores Rockmart 18-6 after our first frame. We just started the second quarter. Rockmart with possession of the ball to open up the quarter. They've got it out around the perimeter. Sky Myers with it, being guarded right now by Rachel Burkhalter. Kicks it to the right wing side. Surveys the floor, now drives towards the baseline. Gets blocked by August Betts. Look at this defense, Ian.
Tenacious, to say the least.
Shinholster going to fire left wing side, finds a wide open Burkhalter and knocks it down. What a shot. She's on fire, folks.
13 points for the senior leader, Rachel Burkhalter. 3 for 4 from behind the arc.
And Coach Luke calls a timeout right away. Model 21, Rockmart 6. We're back in 30 seconds.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Model up at Gordon Central last Friday. 13 players scored in that game. Model would pick up 16 points from Sadie Rotten, knocked down 4 threes in that game. 15 points for Javia Sample. She had 4 threes. Jada Wells chipped in 7 points, and Briley Sims had 8. It was a big night for the Lady Devils up there at Gordon Central.
And again, you could give me a game, you could cherry pick any game. I wouldn't be surprised to hear any of these players with numbers like that.
They have had an unbelievable year. Of course, 20 wins going into this game. It's been a great season so far, and they're not done yet. Rockmart with the ball on the left wing side, going to drive the lane, bounce pass underneath. We got a whistle on a foul. It's going to go against the Lady Devils. We got Julia Shinholster on that one. So Rockmart set to feed it in. To trigger it in is Marcos. They're going to send it right underneath. Challenge underneath. There's nothing there. And Sadie Rotten blocks it. And now Shinholster going to bring it up the floor.
I think that's the 3rd block for Rotten already.
Here's Burkhalter for 3, and it's through. Are you surprised? Nobody is. My goodness, she is definitely electric and on fire tonight with her shooting. My goodness, that's the 4th made 3 tonight.
Sometimes you're just feeling it.
Big time. Rachel Burkhalter 4 threes, and she's got 16 points, and we're 1 minute and 20 seconds into the second quarter. That is something else.
And Coach Luke's over there shaking his head. He just took a timeout at the beginning of the quarter because Burkhalter hit a 3, and what does she do? Comes right back and hits another one.
Oh, man. Ball is going to be poked out of bounds as Rockmart tries to inbound the ball. Right now, Model is up 24-6, and it feels like they are in big-time control of things right now. Long way to go, but right now things looking good for Model. Samples takes the charge. How many is that for Model in this game?
That's
3?
At least 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Shinholster going to feed it into Samples, who just took that charge. Shinholster brings it up the floor after taking the pass from Samples, crosses over the midcourt stripe, spins around, trying to work around Myers, leaves it off for Samples. Yeah, they called a foul.
Wow, I thought it was going to be a travel.
She carried it there for a second, but sub into the game for Rockmart. Atlanta Mitchell is going to check into the game as Rachel Burkhalter gets ready to send it in motion here on offense for the Lady Devils. She surveys the floor, trying to find an open player, and she's going to send it in to Julia Shinholster, who's at the top of the key. Drives off towards that left wing. She's trapped between 2 players. 2 passes underneath and through for August Betts. It was Shinholster to Rotten to Betts through the hoop.
Easy finish there. Great passing from the Lady Devils.
Rockmart with the basketball, trying to work around a pick. Oh, she traveled. No doubt about it there, Ian.
Indeed she did. Model just building a massive lead here, up 20 points.
26-6 is your score. If you're listening on the radio, just under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And a nice crisp pass inside to Betts, gets behind her and ends up in the hands of Rockmart. Rockmart with it on the other end. Zori Williams about midcourt with it, leaves it off for her teammate Atlanta Mitchell. And shot on the way is going to be no good, but she draws the foul, so I think we're going to see free throw shots here. I got Shinholster again. I've got her with 2. Nope. Yep, 2. That's right. So Mitchell with a couple of free throws coming up here for Rockmart. As a matter of fact, these are going to be the first free throws of the game here for the Yellow Jackets. Speaking of Yellow Jackets, didn't the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets do the most Yellow Jacket thing Georgia Tech-wise last week?
Sure.
Beat the number 3 team in the country, and then, of course, they go on the road and lose to NC State.
Yep. Yeah, they got Wake Forest tonight. That one.
They're going to lose that one, too, I'm sure.
I would imagine, yeah.
Shot on the way. That one rattles off the rim. One more coming up here for Atlanta Mitchell. Hard to believe that we're already getting ready for tournament time for high school basketball next week. The second one is through for Mitchell, and the score moves to 26-7. Samples across the timeline, feeds it to Burkhalter, and gets it inside to Betts. Bounces it right back to Burkhalter. A little floater is through. She can't miss, Ian.
My goodness. Is that 18?
18 points. And we've got 5:23 left in the first half. That's something else. Long 3 on the other end. That one bounces high off the back of the rim. Long rebound there for Samples. She'll go across center court, gives it off to Briley Sims. Sims with it, picks up her dribble, sends it back to Javia Samples. 22 seconds on the shot clock. They feed it off to Sadie Rotten, back to Samples. Samples, 1 pass too many. It's picked off. Mitchell gets her hands in there and steals it away. Gets blocked on the other end by Samples. And now Samples is going to feed it down to Sadie Rotten, who's going to drive towards the lane and then leave it for Betts. Little runner, that's short. And a battle for the rebound ensues. Who's going to come out with it? We're going to have a jump ball. Wow, what a battle.
Yeah, possession will stay with Model.
Hope everybody's having a wonderful time out there in Radio Land or Video Land. We got you covered with Northwest Georgia Media and also WLAQ Radio tonight here for the regular season finale for both Model teams. Riley Sims with the ball, going to send it left wing side to Rachel Burkhalter, certainly trying to find her open. Sadie Rotten back out to Sims. Now on to Javia Samples. Samples is going to drive towards the lane, kicks out. There's Sadie Rotten. Can't leave her open either, but that one rattles across the rim. I bet she gets the next one.
She hasn't registered any points yet. We've seen a couple of games like that. But again, this Model team, you never know which player or set of players will go out there and light it up on a given night.
Oh, absolutely. And I was trying to remember who the opponent was, but there was a game a couple of weeks ago where Sadie Rotten had 7 threes.
Yeah. You said she had 4 the other night.
County, I want to say.
It's not a bad night.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
course, Rachel Burkhalter already has that number, and we're midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, if you hadn't heard us say, Rachel Burkhalter here on senior night has 18 points, and we've got half of the second quarter left to go. All right, here comes Rockmart on the other end. They lose the handle, ball bounces out of bounds. She just kind of got, I think she might have slid on the floor or something like that and lost the ball, but here comes Javia Samples bringing up the floor. She's across center court stripe, sends it to Rachel Burkhalter. They got her covered up right now. Going to send it out to Briley Sims. Now to a cutting Burkhalter, but it gets away from her and goes out of bounds.
A little loose there.
Now Mitchell's going to bring it up the floor here for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Model leads at 28-7. Little runner's going to be blocked by Eva Pointer. What do we have here?
I was waiting on the Matumbo finger wag there on that block. That was nasty. Not in my house, says Eva Pointer.
That's funny.
No.
That was a classic move there. Rockmart inbounds the ball. They get it into Zori Williams. Williams right now being guarded by Briley Sims. Williams going to make a move, trying to work on Sims. Goes inside, gets blocked by Pointer. Briley Sims comes out with the ball. Williams is still on the floor. My goodness.
I think Williams felt like she got hit. It wasn't Pointer that got her. The block was clean. I didn't see if somebody got her with the body.
Bounce pass underneath the Wells. Back out to Samples. Drives. Leaves it off for Pointer. Now back out to Samples. 3-ball on the way, and that one's off the side of the rim. There to try to clean it up was Pointer, and she gets fouled. It's going to the free throw line. So Pointer with a couple of free throws coming up. 2 shots for Pointer. This is her first trip to the stripe here in the ball game. Shot on the way, and that one is through. Her first point of the game, Ian.
Yeah, Pointer's so long. She's got a huge wingspan. Already registered 2 blocks in the ball game.
Second shot on the way, and that one's going to be in and out. Doesn't go. It was halfway through and came out. Rockmart's going to bring it up the floor. Annalee Morris running the point here for Rockmart. On this possession, drives to the right wing side, leaves it off for teammate Marcos. Now back over to Morris. And Morris is going to jack up the 3-point shot. That one is going to miss everything. And there to collect the ball was Jada Wells. Bringing it up the floor is Rachel Burkhalter. Now to Samples. Sends it to the right wing side. Driving baseline is Sims. Goes right underneath the basket. Kicks it out to Rachel Burkhalter, who cuts towards the lane. Loses it for a second. We have a whistle and a foul against Model.
I think that one's going against Wells.
Calamarco set to inbound the ball here for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Going to have another sub or 2 here for the Model Blue Devils. Checking into the game, Milan Howard. We'll give you a floor check on both teams in a moment. We got some new faces out here for both teams. But right now, Morris is bringing it up the floor for Rockmart. Leaves it off for number 32, Hinman. Now back to Morris. Kicks it out right wing side. Now back over to Morris. Morris is going to try to bounce it underneath. The whistle and a foul is going to go against Sadie Rotten.
Well, that get him back to the line. That's 4 fouls.
So again, the foul was on Sadie Rotten. Going to the free throw line is going to be Emma Hinman. This will be her first free throws of the basketball game. First one's on the way. Bounces off the back of the rim. And it is no good.
Rockmart's had a tough time finding the basket in the second quarter.
They find it that time, make the free throw, and the score moves to 29-8. 2:18 left to go here in the first half. Burkhalter's going to bounce it over to Sadie Rotten. Surveys the floor, finds Eva Pointer, turns, shoots, in and out. And Rockmart's going to heave it down the floor quick, try to see if they can get a bucket in transition, but Briley Sims gets back on defense and stops that from happening.
Briley hustle there. She was in the right place at the right time, made the play, managed not to draw the foul, and prevented an easy bucket.
Ball stays with Rockmart after it went out of bounds. Runner is going to be missed. Caroms off a couple of players and ends up in the hands of Milan Howard. Gives it off to Rachel Burkhalter. She's across the center court stripe for the Blue Devils. Picks up her dribble, needs a little bit of help, and tries to bounce it down to Howard, but it's stolen away by Rockmart, and that creates what looked like an easy layup, but she missed it. The player that stole it, Ian, was Anaya Prater and had a wide open bucket.
Yep, missed the bunny.
Kick out to Sadie Rotten. 3-ball in the way. That one's going to bounce over the rim, and the rebound's going to go to Rockmart. They're going to try to get this thing in transition, but get a little out of control on the cross-court pass, and it goes out of bounds.
They've had the runouts, and they're looking to get some easy baskets. It's just haven't been able to get home with it.
Going to have some more subs for Model here. Get a check on that in just a moment. Janiyah Caldwell is going to check into the game for the Lady Devils. Shinholster's out there bringing it up the floor. Also Eva Pointer, Milan Howard, and also Sadie Rotten on the floor. Janiyah Caldwell goes out to Julia Shinholster, back to Caldwell. She's covered up, so gives it right back to Julia. Pass is picked off. Bringing it down the floor after picking it off the glass, and won't go for Hinman. Model gets it right back.
Yes, they do.
55 seconds left on the clock. Model leads it by 21. A whistle and a foul.
And that'll be the 4th team foul of the quarter. One more, and that'll put Model in the bonus. I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Eccles if there's another pass that gets picked off. They've been a little bit loose with the ball these last few possessions.
Shinholster takes the inbound pass on the backcourt, gives it to Caldwell. Pass is picked off. That's going to be Mitchell, and off the glass and through this time. That's Mitchell's first field goal of the game. She's got 3 points. Model back with it the other way, and they're picked off again. A lot of turnovers here.
Yeah, I think that's 5 out of the last 6 trips where they've thrown a easily interceptable pass.
Rockmart gets blocked. Eva Pointer again. No. Of course, if you do that at this level, you get teed up.
Sure, we'll do it for her.
Yeah, but we can talk about it. They're not going to do anything to us. Yeah. Rockmart surveys the floor, triggers it in. Long 3-ball on the way. That one's going to be well short, but to clean it up, it's going to be Hinman, and knocks down the 2.
We'll run here from Rockmart, 5-0, in fact, and turnovers continue to pile up for Model.
12 seconds, going to send it underneath, trying to get it to Howard, got away from her and out of bounds, so that's another turnover for Model.
Good look that time, hot pass. Howard just couldn't handle it.
Rockmart going to bring it up the floor with the final 7 seconds to work with. Morris has got it. She'll jack up the long 3, and that one's off the rim. It won't go. There to get the rebound, battling for it was Janiyah Caldwell, and also Mitchell for Rockmart forces the jump ball, and this time it's Rockmart's ball with 0.2 seconds left.
There would have to be a lob and a tip here for them to possibly get the shot off.
There it is, and that's the end of the first half. Model's going to go into the locker room with a 29-12 lead over Rockmart. We're going to take our first break and come back with a halftime show. You're listening to Model Basketball on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia live video stream. Matt Davis and Ian Griffin with you, and we will return in 2.5 minutes. We'll be back.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
All right, we welcome you back to Woodard Gymnasium, where at halftime the Model Lady Devils trying to close out the regular season strong. 29-12 is your score here at halftime. And when you look from quarter to quarter, the Model Lady Devils came out really strong there in that first quarter. Ian outscored Rockmart 18-6. And then in the second quarter, a little bit different there, had some turnover troubles there. Rockmart tried to put together a little run, but Model would still outscore Rockmart 11-6 there in that second frame of the game to lead it here at halftime, 29-12. All in all, a good half from Model, but there's definitely some of those mistakes that they're talking about right now in the locker room that they'd like to clean up here and have a good, clean second half.
Just a little loose with the ball there that second half of the second quarter, but up to that point, they're absolutely on fire. And what an apropos beginning to this basketball game on senior night. You had Briley Sims, Rachel Burkhalter, and Julia Shinholster hit the first baskets of the game, the three seniors. And then Rachel Burkhalter went on to just go off for the next quarter and a half, 18 points before the 4-minute mark for her, and an impressive effort. I imagine they're going to tighten things up as far as the way they're handling the half-court offense, because they did have a string of turnovers there, probably about 7 or 8 in the back half of that quarter that allowed Rockmart to make a little run, but still a great half of basketball from the Lady Blue Devils.
And if you didn't hear us talking about this when we went on the air with the pregame show, we'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit more here at halftime because we got a couple of minutes. We're going to run down the scoring here in just a moment, but I do want to reiterate the fact that right now in 7AA there is a tie between the Model Lady Devils and Murray County for first place. And this year, the side that determines where the region tournament is going to be hosted is the girls' side of things. So with that tie, if they're still tied at the end of the season, that means that it's going to come down to a coin toss to determine who is going to host the tournament. So it'll either be here or in Murray County if these two teams do not lose the game the rest of the way. However, obviously another half to go here with Rockmart, so Model wants to finish strong, pick up the victory, take care of business here. And then on the other side, Murray County has 2 more games left of the regular season. They're playing North Murray at North Murray tonight. Then they're going to close out on the road at Fannin County against a really, really good basketball team. So if Murray County loses one of those games and Model closes out strong and wins this game tonight, Ian, then it won't come down to the coin toss. So that is really best case scenario. If you're asking me, you hate for it to come down to a coin toss.
And at the end of the day, what happens with North Murray or with Murray County is out of their control. So they've just got to take care of business here and hope for the loss for their opponent. But if it comes down to a coin flip, that's just the way it goes.
Those are the facts, folks. So we're going to go ahead and break down the score. We're going to start with the Rockmart Lady Jackets. They pick up 2 points from Sky Myers, 4 points. This is their leading scorer, Anna Lee Morris, and 3 apiece for Atlanta Mitchell and Emma Hinman. And meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, 2 points for August Betts, 1 for Eva Pointer, 2 points for Javia Samples, 4 for Julia Shinholster. You notice we saved the seniors for last. 2 points for Briley Sims, and then the leading scorer in the game, picking up 18 first-half points. She sank 2 free throws, nothing but net. She made 4 threes and 2 more field goals for a grand total of 18 points in the first half. She had 10 of those points in the first quarter, and then the other 8 in the second quarter. Rachel Burkhalter leads all scorers with 18. What a half.
Right, and Matt, I know you were crunching your numbers, but the middle school team was brought out. They won 3 straight region championships and 42-0 in region play in the last 3 seasons. So the future of Model Ladies basketball, pretty bright.
Oh, yeah, there's absolutely no question about that. The three-peat, and congratulations to them. It's just a special night tonight because, again, it's senior night, so you're recognizing the 3 seniors on the girls' team. Did somebody just hit a half-court shot? I missed it. Dang it. Maybe we'll get a replay about that. I don't know if we're getting that right now. But somebody just hit a half-court shot in their game they're doing here at halftime. But anyway, a couple seniors for the boys, and then I believe there's also going to be another special presentation coming up as well. But more on that later. We're going to send it back to the studio right now at halftime. Model 29, Rockmart 12. We'll be back for the second half of the girls' game in 2.5 minutes.
Exhausted. Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Ball loose, picked up by, well, it's knocked out of bounds by Rachel Burkhalter, so Rockmart's going to have it.
That halftime flew by.
It really did, man. My goodness. Here we are, halftime. Well, halftime's over. The girls' game underway with the third quarter. One more game coming up in the regular season, and it's in the books. And the region tournament starts next week. I believe the play-in game will be on Monday, and then the championship games will wrap it up on Friday. To be determined where it will be. We talked about that earlier. That's off the glass and through there for Rockmart, and that was Jakimbria Alexander with the first bucket of the game. Model with Sadie Rotten with the basketball. Going to send it in to a cutting Burkhalter. Kicks it out, and that's a whistle and a foul against Rockmart. Ian, on the floor right now for Model, you got Briley Sims, Sadie Rotten, Julia Shinholster, Javia Samples, and Rachel Burkhalter, who has 18 points. Did we point that out? She's about to send it in motion on the offense. Surveys the floor, gets it out to Samples, sends it out to Shinholster. Shinholster now feeds it back over to Burkhalter on the right wing side. She'll drive in looking for the kick out, finds Shinholster. She starts to drive, bounces it underneath to Rachel Burkhalter. Can't get the shot, but there is Briley Sims to clean it up.
Yeah, gets the offensive board and put back.
Rockmart on the other end. There's Sky with the shot. Long shot won't go. Shinholster tracks down the rebound.
Great job of boxing out there by Shinholster.
Sims to Shinholster to Burkhalter. Burkhalter now stands on left wing side with it. Gives it right back to Shinholster. Gives it to a cutting Samples. Now inside to Sims. Goes in off the glass and a little too strong. But there to clean it up after getting the rebound was Javia Samples in the putback.
Model is crashing the glass, getting easy points right now.
Model leads at 33-14. 6:07 left to go here in the third quarter. Rockmart with the basketball, specifically Kyla Marcos. Marcos with it, going to bounce it across to her teammate who drives towards the lane. They get it underneath to Hinman, a kick out. Thought about the three, had second thoughts, goes with the runner in the paint, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, misses again. That was Morris who got another rebound, and there was a blocking foul against Model.
And I don't think Sims was set, but there was an extension of the arm there, I thought.
We're going to get another look on the replay if you're watching at home there. You decide.
From that angle, you couldn't really see it, but oh well. Can't win them all.
Kyla Marcos into Sky. Myers now back. They kick it out to left wing side. Long shot on the way. That one bounces off the backboard and over the rim. Ball loose on the floor. Two players battling for it. We're going to have a jump ball.
I'll stay with Rockmart.
And so we get ready for Kyla Marcos, the junior, to inbound the ball here for Rockmart. Rockmart, if I haven't pointed it out for the radio listeners, in their black uniforms with gold trim and letters and numbers. There's the shot off the glass, and that was going to go through. Jakimbria Alexander has a couple of buckets here in the third quarter for Rockmart. Shinholster on to Burkhalter. Nice bounce pass to Sadie Rotten. Thought she was going to pull the trigger on the three. There's a pass out to Shinholster. That one's going to carry him off the rim. And Samples came in. Was that a jump ball or a foul? Oh, foul.
Wow.
Didn't look like there was a tremendous amount of contact there, did it?
Did not.
Annalie Morris set the feet in here for Rockmart. Briley Sims is going to check out of the game. August Betts into the game here for the Blue Devils. Bringing it up the floor, Sky Myers here for Rockmart. She had 17 points in their victory over North Murray. That was their last game, which was on Friday. Ball is going to be poked loose. Shinholster almost came out with it. But Rockmart hangs on to the ball. Now stolen away by Shinholster. Shinholster feeds it underneath to Betts. Drives, kicks out. There's Burkhalter, loses the handle, ends up in the hands of Hinman. Rockmart brings it back the other way. Across the timeline they go. They try to go the left wing side, driving underneath. Boy, look at Shinholster on defense. Takes a good shove right there for number 15, Kyla Marcos. Wow.
The way she popped up, for a minute there, I thought she was going to go for it. A little scrappy there, but Shinholster keeps her composure after a hard foul.
You're not kidding. Shinholster checking out her elbow there after hitting the deck pretty hard after being shoved on the baseline. Shinholster can bring it up the floor. Now going to send it over to Samples. Now to Betts. Betts going to drive into the lane, puts up the little hook shot, and it's through. Wow.
On the last offensive possession, Betts was unselfish, went for the extra pass. Could have had an easy little bunny. She made a difficult shot there with the left hand.
Three ball in the air for Rockmart. That one's off the mark. Betts comes out with it after it ricochets off another model defender. Shinholster's got it across the timeline. Stops, sends it to Burkhalter. Three ball on the way. That one bounces high off the back of the rim. Coming out there with a rebound was Zori Williams. Now bringing it up the floor is Marcos. Marcos dribbles around the M at midcourt, backs up a couple of steps. Now spins around trying to work on Rachel Burkhalter. Drives in underneath, gets blocked by Sadie Rotten. Man.
I'll say she got her with the body. Fans here don't agree.
So we're going to see Marcos going to the free throw line. Yeah, if the fans don't agree, they're going to let you know. So Marcos with two shots coming up. These are her first free throws of the basketball game. And the first one's through. She'll get ready for her second. Model trying to extend their win streak to 10 games. Right now they're 20-4 and 10-1 in region play. Shot on the way, and that one's through. Knocks them both down. Kyla Marcos does. And now Model brings it back the other way. Samples across the timeline, sends it to Rachel Burkhalter. Now inside to the high post to Betts. Drives, nobody picks her up, and she scores.
Wow, this Betts, very decisive. She's got her head in the game this evening.
37-18, Model leads it. Oh, that goes off the face of one of the Rockmart players. Couldn't handle the pass. Here comes Model on the other end. Betts!
Oh.
A little short on the shot, but gets fouled, gets clobbered, as a matter of fact, and she's going to the line.
Nia Prater with a hard foul.
You can see the frustration on the Rockmart players right now. So August Betts with her first free throws of the evening, and boy, she earned this trip. There's no doubt about that.
None whatsoever.
I forgot to bring my sheet with different ways to say no doubt about it so we can mix it up a little bit. She makes the first.
Without question.
There you go. It's for certain.
Indeed, she did.
You can't second guess that statement because it's 100% fact. That shot is through. That was pushing it a little bit, wasn't it?
A little wordy, but it definitely delivers.
I'm going to use that again, and with something that emphatic that happens, some real action.
You're going to get samples with the blocking foul there.
You can't second guess it because it's 100% fact, folks. All right. Sky Myers takes the inbound pass, trying to work on Rachel Burkhalter, spins around, feeds it to the left wing side. They get it into the corner, no look there. Now they start to drive, and a whistle.
Shinholster went airborne there on the pump fake.
I just got a text message from Nathan Patterson, the guru of Northwest Georgia media. He said, no doubt about it equals you ain't lying.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
I like it. We can use that. I'm not too sophisticated to throw an ain't in there every now and then. First free throw is good for Zori Williams. She'll get ready for her second.
It made Webster's, so it is.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah. To the chagrin of grammar Nazis everywhere.
One more free throw coming up for Zori Williams. Right now, Model leads at 39-19, a 20-point lead. Well, we could also get the people in the comment section to give us some other substitutes for that and get really creative, make a big list. And you may never hear us say no doubt about it again.
But I mean, we really just needed to make it our catchphrase.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Rachel Burkhalter is going to find Rotten, saves the bench over there and keeps the ball in bounds, but Rockmart comes out with it. Somebody was going to get popped in the nose over on the model bench. Sadie Rotten protects her teammates. Rockmart with the ball. They send it out around the perimeter. Now trying to start to drive the lane. Feeds it around to Morris. Morris with the ball here for Rockmart, trying to work on Javius Samples. Thought they were going to call her with a carry there since at left wing side. There's Mitchell just trying to get the ball in the air. Takes the contact.
And that is the 6th team foul of the quarter against Model. So Rockmart will be shooting the rest of the way.
So Atlanta Mitchell back to the free throw line where she's shooting 50%, and she's made 1 of 2. Math gets harder as we go. First shot on the way, and that was going to be through.
It's 2 for 3.
That's right. One more coming up here for Atlanta Mitchell, the freshman. 2 for 3, as you mentioned, from the free throw line. Next shot's on the way, and that one's through.
75%.
You stole the words right out of my mouth there, man. I forgot you were a math whiz, too. Here's Bet. She goes into the lane, tries to get it to the rim. Ball's forced out of bounds by Rockmart, so it's staying on this end. Ooh, Sadie Rotten takes the inbound pass. Mitchell almost got her hands in there for Rockmart. They send it right wing side, wide open. Burkhalter, and it's through. There it is. First bucket in a while, but it's a big one. And she's got 21 points, and her team leads by 21 points. 42-21 is your score. Yeah.
Keep feeding her the ball.
Oh, absolutely. Marco set to feed it in here for Rockmart as Jada Wells checks into the game here for Sadie Rotten. She'll take a breather. Taking the inbound pass in the backcourt is Anna Lee Morris. Going to leave it off for Atlanta. Atlanta going to feed it off to teammate Marcos. Marcos going to dribble up towards the top of the key, leaves it off for Mitchell. Mitchell starts to drive. She's covered up. They'll leave it off for a teammate. Hemman feeds it back out to Morris. Morris drives, baseline, passes it, gets away from her. It's coming back to Model.
Sure is. And Rockmart definitely dialed up the physicality here in the second half, but they've not been able to chip away at this Model lead.
There's Burkhalter, takes the pass into the lane, gets it to the rim there, and takes the contacts going to the free throw line. And I got to tell you, man, get a great atmosphere here tonight at this game. It is a packed house. They've got them lined up around the balcony here. And, of course, we got another game coming up. It's going to be loud during that one as well. First shot up from Burkhalter. That one rattles off the rim.
Yeah, man. combined, these two model teams have won 20 straight games, about to be 21.
Second free throw, that one's going to be right through for Rachel Burkhalter. She's got 22 points. Georgia Womack checks into the game for the first time here for the Model Lady Devils. So on the floor right now for the Lady Devils, you've got Womack, as we just referenced, Samples, August Betts, Eva Pointer, and then Jada Wells. Sky Myers bringing it up the floor for the Rockmart Lady Jackets. She's across the center court stripe. Dribbling at the top of the key, guarded by Samples. Pass is picked off underneath by Eva Pointer. What a game defensively she's having. Georgia Womack goes behind the back. Samples picks it up. Samples across the timeline, right back to Georgia. Fires it underneath to Wells. Now to Betts, off the glass. Won't go. There's Samples for the rebound. Here's the shot. That one's off the side of the rim. And collecting the long rebound is going to be Atlanta Mitchell, who goes coast to coast and gets fouled.
Couple of good opportunities there for Model, just couldn't get the basket to fall.
So right now Model leads this one 43-21 is the score. And at the line shooting two is Atlanta Mitchell, the freshman, who's been to the free throw line a couple of times. Shooting 75%, 3 of 4. Shots on the way, and that one's off the back of the iron. She missed it.
Man, if she misses this one, she'll be shooting 50%.
That's a good point. Shots on the way, and that one's right through.
4 of 6.
4 of 6. What's the percentage on that, Ian?
Don't put me on the spot, man. It's starting to get more complicated. There's a reason we're calling the games and not working at MIT.
There's Womack with the ball on the left wing side, feeds it up, trying to get it to Eva Pointer. The ball's poked out of bounds by Rockmart. Yeah, MIT was never going to be.
They weren't calling me
in the plan for me. Womack surveys the floor. Going to lob it in. They try to get it to Betts, but it's picked off. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive into the lane, puts it up, and that's no good, but she draws the contact.
She will go to the line for her 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
No more math.
No more math. We're retired from math for the night.
Yeah, it's funny because being Georgia Tech fans, which we both are, go to a lot of games and that kind of thing, and people always ask you, you go to Georgia Tech? Because I think people assume at this day and time, since their sports teams hadn't had a tremendous amount of success, that if you're a fan, you must have went to school there. I'm like, no, I wasn't smart enough to go to Tech. I just like the sports teams, believe it or not. Womack.
She's 50% now.
There you go, man. Thank you. Bounce pass from Samples over to Womack. Womack down to Betts. She'll turn, trying to find an open teammate. It's going to give it out to Samples. Samples resets the offense with 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Leaves it off for Betts. Drives. What are they going to call? Is it the block or is it the offensive foul?
I'm not sure what the call is. I just know that the Rockmart player, is that Atlanta again?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, she hit the back of her head on the floor. She's going to have to get looked at. And when she went back, her head, the back of it, definitely hit.
And got charged with the foul. So Betts is going to go to the free throw line. Model leading at 43-22 with 2.4 seconds left here in the third quarter as we get ready for the final frame here in just a few moments. But Betts will put up the shot, and it is through. Gets ready for another.
How many times do you think August and her old man had free throw shooting contests in the driveway?
I don't know, but I'm guessing a lot.
I would imagine.
Yep. The Devils in the details. Shots on the way, and that one is through. There's more evidence, a lot. Heave from well over half court, nowhere near close, and that's the end of the third quarter, rather. Model leading at 45-22, a 23-point lead going in to the final 8 minutes of the regular season. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Model opens up with possession of the ball as we start the final 8 minutes of the regular season. Sadie Rotten with it on the left wing side. Now around to Samples. To the right wing they go to Burkhalter. Now back around to Sadie Rotten. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Samples now with it in the corner. Drives up towards the top of the key. Gives it to Shinholster. Now on to Sadie Rotten, trying to find the open look here. 8 seconds. They'll start to really move that offense. Samples has got it. Going to make a move. Sends it over to Shinholster. Back around to Burkhalter. Ball loose on the floor. 2 seconds on the shot clock. And that is a rare shot clock violation there for the Model Lady Devils. Don't see that happen often at all.
I can't remember one this season, to be honest.
So my mom chimed in and said just maybe it was her mom shooting free throws with August, talking about Elizabeth Betts.
That's true.
Could have been a full family effort there. But yes, you're right. That definitely could have been the case. Shinholster sends it around to Samples. Right wing side they go to Burkhalter. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. Model leading it 45-22. Shinholster with it. She'll hold the ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Now to Sadie Rotten. Now back out to Shinholster. Stands on the end. Fires it over to Burkhalter. Now to Rotten. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Jacks up the three just in time, and that's going to be off the front of the rim. Rockmart comes out with it. So Model holding the ball on each possession right to the end of the shot clock. Ooh, big time block by Samples and gets the ball, keeps it in bounds. Man.
Impressive.
Shinholster on the other end sends it to Samples, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Eccles. Let's do the same. Model 45, Rockmart 22, 6:27 left to go. We're back in 30 seconds.
Access that allows me to follow my passion.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. WC Timber.
So Model here at Woodard Gymnasium leading Rockmart 45-22, 6:27 left to go in the game, and Model takes the inbound pass and gives it to Julia Shinholster. Shinholster at the top of the key, now to Samples. Samples is going to send it over to Rachel Burkhalter, puts up the three-point shot, and that one's going to bounce over the side of the rim. A long cross-court pass. They're trying to get it down to Sky Myers and try to get a transition bucket. Doesn't get the bucket, but she does draw the contact, Ian.
She'll go to the line for two.
Going to get Rachel Burkhalter with that one. And Sky Myers going to the free throw line. I believe she's a pretty good free throw shooter if I remember from last year. She has not been to the free throw line in this ball game. But the first shot is through. Yeah, that was a good looking stroke there on that free throw. Sims will check out. Betts is back into the game here for Model. One more coming up for Myers, the senior. And the free throw shot's on the way, and that one's through. Good ball rotation on both of those free throws. Shinholster sends it to Burkhalter, tries to get it to a cutting Betts. The pass is picked off in the lane. Bounce pass underneath. Great pass right there by Myers. Gets it to number 10, Annalee Morris, and she knocks it through. Good offensive sequence for Rockmart. Model with the basketball. Sample's going to send it up top to Shinholster. 5:47 left to go. Model leads at 45-26. And there's the three-point shot from Rotten, a miss, but Betts is there to collect the rebound, sends it out to a wide open Samples, and that one is down the hole. My goodness, what a shot.
Samples' first 3 of the evening.
He's picked up 7 points in the contest. Myers with it, sends it right wing side, thought about the 3, passed it away. Rockmart with the basketball trailing 48-26. They'll go in the lane. The little runner can't get that to the rim. Sails out of bounds. It's coming back to Model. And so Julia Shinholster fires it into Javia Samples. Back to Shinholster. Bit of pressure here from Rockmart. Betts has got it. Bounces underneath to Burkhalter, who is cutting towards the bucket. And she was eyeing the basket, didn't secure the ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Almost an easy basket there.
Rockmart brings it back the other way. Morris has got it. Going to drive towards the baseline, kicks out, 3 ball on the way, and that one is right through. That was number 30, Jacambria Alexander, her first made 3 of the ball game. But she's got 7 points.
And they called a double dribble.
I didn't see the call. I'd look down at my scorebook. But in any case, Rockmart's going to have the ball back. They'll get ready to feed it in, trailing 48-29 with 4:48 left to go in this ball game. We got the nightcap coming up for you in just a little bit. Model boys are going to take on Rockmart. That should be exciting. Sky Myers sends it to Marcos on the left wing. Now back up top to Atlanta Mitchell. Mitchell back to Myers, going to drive, kicks out, trying to find that open 3 on the right wing side. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils. More fans filing in here tonight, man. You got a big crowd on hand. As a matter of fact, I don't remember the place being this full any other night of the season so far. Shinholster sends it down to Eva Pointer. Now to August Betts. Betts at the free throw line sends it to a cutting Samples off the glass. All alone and through.
Great ball movement there. Easy bucket.
50-29 Model leads. There's Sky Myers on the other side with the 3, misses. Sadie Rotten's there to get the rebound, boxes out. Cross court pass to an open Samples, goes in, hangs on the rim, falls off, but Betts tracks down the rebound, and Model still has possession of the ball. Whistle away from the ball there against Rockmart. I didn't see what she did.
Hold.
Going to get Emma Hinman on that one. So Julia Shinholster will inbound the ball here for the Lady Devils. Surveys the floor, lobs it into Eva Pointer. Ball is knocked loose. A foul's going to be charged on Atlanta Mitchell that time. A little too aggressive on the inbound play. Shinholster looking for the open player. Surveys the floor. And she's going to find Sadie Rotten out at the top of the key. Rotten on the right wing side now, sends it to Betts. Betts at the free throw line, kicks out, Rotten for 3, and that's off the front of the rim. I thought that one was going to go for a second.
It was on line, just a little short.
On the other end, there's Rockmart, kind of a wild shot. Shinholster comes out with the ball and is going to be knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, call a foul.
Yep. Going to get Sky Myers with that one. I've got her with 3. Actually, I think it may be 4. So one more and she'll sit out the rest of the regular season. Samples across the timeline, bounce pass to Shinholster. Nice sharp pass inside to Betts. Gives it a Pointer off the glass. Nice unselfish play. Here's Betts trying to clean it up. Had 2 looks and makes the second one. You know, Betts has had a really good game offensively. She's quietly notched 12 points. Most of them in the third quarter.
Hit the back of the goal, I believe. Yeah.
So Model's going to get the ball back.
And here come these seniors on the floor for one last quarter in the regular season.
It's got to be a bittersweet moment,
yeah.
You know, for the players and then their families here tonight to observe their kids out there playing on the home floor for the last time for the regular season. Shot off the glass, may get some home playoff action, may have the region tournament here. Here's a long shot for Shinholster. The three ball's on the way off the side of the rim. Battle for the rebound, and we're going to have a whistle.
That'll be Model basketball.
Yeah. So to feed it in for Model is going to be Rachel Burkhalter. Under 3 minutes to go in this one, with Model leading at 52-29. Trying to make it 10 in a row for the Lady Devils. They work it to the right wing side. Burkhalter, three ball in the way, and that one you could tell as soon as it left her hands, it was off the mark. And now Rockmart's going to inbound the ball and bring it back the other way after that one sailed out of bounds. Sky Myers brings it up the floor here for the Yellow Jackets. She's across the timeline in the M at center court. Starts to work towards the right wing side, gets it to Marcos. Now back to Myers. Myers trying to work around a screen. Now sends it to the right wing side, gets it back to Marcos. Going to drive baseline this time. Boy, gets blocked by August Betts. Got her hands up there. I believe it was Betts.
So many rim protectors on this Model team.
And then Eva Pointer comes in, grabs the ball, and forces the jump ball.
Betts, Pointer, and Rawton are just tough down low when it comes to blocking shots.
So Kyla Marcos will survey the floor for Rockmart, set to feed it in. They've had a tough night. 2:23 left to go in the ball game. They're going to lob it inside. Shot off the inbound pass is over everything. Sims comes out with the ball, leaves it off for Shinholster. 2:17 left to go. To Betts, to Sims. Now on to Pointer. Pointer with it, going to send it back out to Shinholster. Shinholster backs up, resets the offense. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shinholster going to lob it underneath to Pointer, off the glass and through.
Beautiful assist there, great finish.
So Eva Pointer with her first field goal of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
She's got 3 points. Here is Sky Myers on the other end. She's trapped between three defenders. Hangs on to the ball, though. 1:43 left to go here in the game. Here's a long three on the other end, and that is through. A contested shot, and that was Kyla Marcos. Wow, what a bucket.
Yeah, that was a good-looking shot.
54-32 your score. 1:30 left to go in the ball game. Here's Rachel Burkhalter with it on the left wing side for Model. Dribbles back up to the top of the key, gives it off to Briley Sims. Now on to August Betts. And now Model content, being deliberate with the ball, trying to bleed as much clock as they possibly can with a 54-32 lead. Betts with the ball, sends it out to Shinholster, jacks up the three. That's off the front of the rim. Atlanta was there for the rebound. We got a whistle.
And this whistle will be the curtain call for these three seniors. I would imagine we'll get a standing O here from this Model crowd.
No doubt about it. There's the standing ovation. All right, so as you mentioned, all three seniors check out of the game. Shinholster, Sims, and Burkhalter on the floor right now for Model to close this thing out. You're going to have Addie Mathis, also Miriam Burns, Jada Wells, Milan Howard, and Georgia Womack. And here come the Lady Jackets on the other end of the floor. A bounce pass across the baseline. Turn, shoots as Myers misses the shot. Coming out with the board is going to be Milan Howard. Burns to Womack on the right wing side. Takes a few steps forward, puts up the shot, and it's nothing but net. Good looking move, good looking shot.
Very comfortable stepping into that jump shot.
40 seconds to go. Now Rockmart with the basketball. Model leads at 56-32. Myers trying to shake off defenders, puts up the shot, gets fouled. Good free throw shooter going to the line. Jada Wells is going to get the foul there.
An impressive effort here tonight by the Lady Blue Devils.
And don't go anywhere between games, folks. Going to be a special presentation coming up. That's off the back of the rim. A missed free throw, rare miss there for Sky Myers at the free throw line. She'll get ready for her second. 33.4 seconds left to go in the ball game. Model 56, Rockmart 32. That one's off the back of the rim. She missed two in a row. I bet that doesn't happen often.
He cursed her, man.
Yeah.
Broadcaster's curse.
Addie Mathis to Georgia Womack. 26 ticks on the clock. The shot clock is off the rest of the way. Burns for three, and it's through. Miriam Burns gets a big bucket at the end of the game, and the fans go nuts inside Woodard Gymnasium. Listen to that crowd. Sky Myers, kick out. Three ball on the way, and that one's off the mark. Womack gets the rebound. It looks like, well, stolen away by Jackson. She turns around, puts it up, and that one's through. Atlanta Mitchell, not Jackson, and that's the end of the ball game. Model's going to win this one and make it 10 in a row. Win number 401 for head coach Sally Eccles. I'll get it out eventually, right? But Model wins at 59-34 is your final score. What a way to wind down the regular season, Ian.
Yeah, great win, and Model's taking care of their business. They'll wait to hear the results of Murray County, who's playing tonight and then again this Friday.
All right, Ian, we are going to go ahead and take a quick 2.5-minute break. Model wins at 59-34. We'll total up everything and come back for a special presentation and also run down the score and get you ready for the boys' game. Back in 2.5 minutes. Model wins it.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Tonight she's being escorted by my favorite memories are all of the camps we went to and all of the fun and favorite memories. After graduation, Rachel plans to attend college and hopefully play basketball while majoring in exercise science. Ms. Rachel Elizabeth Burkhalter. Julia Brooke Schindler. Tonight, she is being escorted by her parents, Scarlett Penny and Blake Schindler, along with her brother and sister, Edmund and Katie Schindler. When asked what her favorite memory was, she said, making it to the region championship last year, which led us to the Sweet 16 after being an underdog all season. Julia plans to attend GATC and pursue a degree in radiology after graduation. Ms. Julia Brooke Schindler. Bobby Shay Sims. Tonight she's being escorted by her parents, Shonda and Chris Sims. When asked what her favorite memory was, she said, when the basketball team played the card game, taco, cat, no, cheese, pizza, and everybody got a little too aggressive to the point hands were winning and slapping the table and each other. Let's just say the long games got the way. Riley plans to attend college and major in nursing. She then plans to become a nurse practitioner. Ms. Riley Shay Sims. And finally, we introduce our boys basketball seniors. These Blue Devil seniors have a career record of 84 wins and 25 losses. They have won 2 region championships and have made appearances in the Sweet 16, Elite 8, and last year, the Final 4. Rodney Garrett Chapman. Tonight he's being escorted by his parents, Rob Chapman and Sarah Winter. When asked what his favorite memory was, he said going to the Final 4. In the fall, Riley plans to attend Georgia College and State University. Mr. Rodney Garrett Chapman. Jeremiah Stavanye Heard. Tonight he's being escorted by his parents, Ramaya and Billy Hurt Jr. When asked what his favorite memory was, he said making it to the Final 4 next year. In the fall, he plans to attend the University of Tennessee Knoxville while playing football and pursuing his education. Mr. Jeremiah Stavanye Heard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have an extra round of applause for these amazing seniors. We are so proud of you. 3 Elite Eights, 2 Final Fours, and 1 state